The yogic path to enlightenment. Believe it or not, you are already on the path of yoga. Yoga means complete union. We are all born into this earth with karma, and we have to relieve that karma. We have to realize our true self. That's what yoga is all about. Having that union with the universe, with everything that is in the cosmos. Now, I'm going to explain in this video the 4 paths of yoga and Patanjali's Eightfold Yogic path. This is like the Bible of yoga. Understanding this will help you in every aspect of your life. Starting with Jnana Yoga, this is the path of reason. This is the path of the mind. We're using the mind as a vehicle for truth and transformation. Bhakti Yoga is the path of feeling, the path of prayer. This is the path of the heart. And recognize that all of these paths are a way to help bring more clarity onto your specific karma, your journey, your goal, your purpose here on earth is to completely realize your true self. Now, it's all about taking your personality traits, taking whatever you're into and using that for a vehicle for truth and transformation. Now, moving down to Karma Yoga, this is the path of action and selfless service, getting into right service in order to relieve your karma. Raja Yoga, Raja means royal. This is the path of meditation and spiritual discipline. Now, you can do all of the paths of yoga. You probably resonate with one particular path, and that's the path I want you to really focus in on here. Don't get too spread out. You want to really hone in on what path of yoga is going to work best for you. If you're a person with the heart, you love singing, you love dancing, you love community, then you are a bhakti yogi. If you love meditation and going within and really getting into that spiritual discipline, then you're a Raja yogi like myself. Now, Jnana yogi is like a real heady person. You love books, you love anything that has to do with literature, smart. You just want to really read and get into the mind. You're using the mind to get through the mind, right? So that's what I'm saying is all of these are a direct path for our self-realization. The Eightfold Yogic path is a complete way in order to help purify our consciousness. When we are born into planet Earth, when we're here on this incarnation, we have very specific karma that we need to relieve, and this is how we do it. So I want to just tell you that the Niyamas and the Yamas are the beginning stages of the Eightfold Path, and this is like the 10 Commandments, right? We've been on this planet for a very long time. This ancient yogic system is over 5,000 years old. Now, Christianity and these new religions that is the most prominent on popular earth have got to get their information from somewhere. I love asking these questions like, where did it all come from? Where did we start? What did we begin with? This is one of the most ancient forms of science that there is on the planet. The more we can understand from the ancient rishis and the yogis who put this into practice, the more we will be able to enter that higher consciousness. So the Yamas imply non-lying, non-stealing, non-greed, non-sensuality, and non-violence. So this is the path of doing correct action, really getting rid of those impurities in our life. Niyamas are the cleanliness, contentment, austerity, self-study, and devotion. That's how you stay on the right path. That's how you keep purifying your being and getting into the right state of mind in order to enter higher consciousness. The asana is what we know in the yoga as the postures, what you most commonly see in the yoga studios and the tight pants and the beautiful women and all that stuff. Like, it's funny how much the West, like, we've completely westernized and materialized yoga. We've taken this ancient meditation, this ancient practice, and we've commercialized it. We've just stamped our consumerism on it. We've turned it into something completely different than what it really is. It's funny because, like, even in India, not even a lot of not a lot of women practice yoga at all. Like, it's completely opposite here in the West. It's like, I remember when I was doing my yoga certification back in 2011, I was seriously the only dude in my entire class, you know? I feel like the West, we just have this complete interpretation of yoga as like being stretching and looking good and having a big booty or whatever, and that's all that stuff has got to go. We got to get into the real yoga. What is that about? It's about meditation. I mean, I'm going to simplify it for you right there. It's about really getting into meditation and understanding your true self. Not the ego, not that smaller self. I'm talking about the capital S, the higher self, the big picture here, okay? So the asana practice is all about the body must be able to sit perfectly still. That's what the asana practice is for. That's really all it's for, is you have to be able to sit down and enter meditation for a long period of time. Can you sit down right now for 30 minutes or heck, even 5 minutes without having like your back stiffen up or having that ache in your shoulder, your neck, having tension somewhere in your body? That's what the yoga asana is all about. It's getting rid of that tension, getting rid of all of those energy blocks in your physical human body in order to enter the next level of consciousness. And how do you do that? Pranayama, right here, calming the mind with focus of breath. So the next level is what we call meditation, pranayama. Prana meaning life force. Yama, we are controlling that life force energy, consciously gathering that life force energy into our body to bring it up and down the spine to enter the next level of consciousness. Pratyahara is interiorizing the mind. So that's where you're getting to the factions of yourself, contemplating emotions, past lives, doing all the shadow work, really getting into the next level after you just have a regular meditation practice. Jnana is full concentration. You are now beginning to focus. You're getting rid of all those erratic thoughts. When you meditate, you actually feel like you're concentrating on something and focusing your willpower. This is by far the tool that you need in order to enter the next level of consciousness. This is written down in a very specific way. Patanjali wasn't joking here. He knew exactly what to do in order to purify our being, in order to rise up and increase our energy. Dhyana is contemplation. This is when you really start to focus your mind. You're getting into that contemplative mode. You start asking questions like, who am I? Where did I come from? What am I here to do? If you ask me, that's when life really begins. That's when you start really understanding your karma and figuring out what exactly you're supposed to do in this life. And the last but not least is Samadhi. Full integration, full union with spirit. There is no more separateness. There is no more us versus them. This is full 5D reality. This is the higher consciousness that we can all achieve right now on planet Earth. We are going right now, as most of you know, from a 3D reality, a very dense, fear-based reality, into a higher consciousness that is centered in the heart. This is the tool right here in order to unlock higher consciousness. Patanjali knew what to do. This is an ancient practice over 5,000 years old. I don't want to give you guys any new age terms. I don't want to spit anything that's just, ascension or things that are just going to confuse you. Yoga is the way. Yoga is the tool to help navigate these alternate dimensions and increase your vibration. Meditation by far is the number one tool to help increase your consciousness. If you've ever been here, if you're new to the channel, I talk a lot about meditation. I talk a lot about how to enter higher consciousness, and you have to do the work. That's what this is for. You have to put in that inner work, right? And the more clarity you have on who you are as a person, the easier it's going to be to do that inner work. Now, again, if you're a Jnana yogi and you love your book smart person, just dive into those books. Just do it, let that be your path for liberation. Same with the bhakti. If you're a bhakti person, you just love unconditionally, you want to chant and sing and just dance and have fun, make that your path. Just do more of that. That's it. That's all you need to do. Karma yoga is the direct action. This is our service. And then Raja, meaning royal. This is the path of meditation. This encompasses all paths of yoga. It is so important to understand this, okay? Yoga is a very ancient system here. Okay, and this is not about like what you see in the yoga studios and just stretching. I would actually recommend getting out of the yoga studios and just going to your house and doing a home practice. So, and that's exactly why I wrote my book right here, The Real Yoga. I wrote this as a way to help you understand yoga. This is the real yoga. This is everything you need to know, including a complete guide on how to start your own home practice right here. So this is a very unique energy. This is a very personal thing. If you ask me, like especially when you meditate, you are expanding your energy and you are attracting a lot of other things and you're absorbing the energy of the people that you're with. So I don't take this lightly at all. I really want you to do this at home. I want you to have the confidence to be able to wake up every single morning and get your yoga mat out and meditate and just feel good and enter these next levels of consciousness so you can help planet Earth ascend. I mean, that's what we're all doing. We're all walking each other home, as Ram Das would say. And I love this book. I love the simplicity of it. I wrote it just as a very quick way to help you gain more insight on how to use these tools at home. I have pictures in here about the yoga postures, meditation techniques, and more information on the actual real yoga. So the link is going to be in the description below. It's in all of my videos. It's like $10 on Amazon. It's honestly the cheapest way to go. And you're supporting the channel. You're supporting everything that I do. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully you learned something about yoga. Let me know in the comment section below if this was helpful for you or anything that you have a question about. I would love to answer it for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm out. Peace.
Remember, you are infinite spirit soul. The higher self is always guiding you. Tap into the infinite cosmic conscious energy which is within us, around us, and everywhere.